$20 billion. That's how much the U.S. Department of Defense spent in 2016 to fix corrosion on U.S. military bases. Now, corrosion on bases can affect military readiness, its infrastructure, and cost taxpayers money. But a business in Richland is working on a solution by using clean energy, and I got a behind-the-scenes look today. You won't find this machine anywhere else in the world.
Carbon flux electrolyzer.
It was created by Ocochem in Richland. CEO Todd Brick says when they were looking for funding sources years ago, they came across a request at the federal level.
The United States Army had an interesting kind of challenge.
Traditionally, the U.S. Army has used rock salt on bases when winter strikes. Brick says over time, that's posed a major issue.
Unfortunately, rock salt causes corrosion because it contains chlorine. And so they were looking for alternatives. And one of the alternatives that they've determined was great for them was a product called potassium formate.
It turns out corrosion is costing the world, and not just the military, a lot of money.
Corrosion basically accounts for a few percent of the entire GDP, not just of the US, but of the world.
After proving their technology was viable, Ocochem was awarded a contract by the U.S. Army. This is where that electrolyzer comes back in, which uses recycled carbon dioxide.
Combine it with water and electricity and turn it into a green molecule, which is a building block that can be used to make all varieties of chemicals, fuels, and materials that our planet needs.
That green molecule is known as formic acid. And wouldn't you know,
we can easily make potassium formate in our process because we make the core compound for it, formate.
Todd says potassium formate is a biodegradable and non-corrosive de-icer.
The idea is these systems could be deployed at a variety of different military bases that experience wintry conditions, and so that they can make their own basic de-icing chemical right on site using their own people and their own materials.
So our goal here is to reduce the cost of potassium formate and make it sustainably, that is by using carbon dioxide and green electricity.
Todd says their cost-effective machine could save the Army billions of dollars every year and prevent corrosion. Right now, they're working to scale the technology so it can be used on bases nationwide.
And so we're using this unit to basically test and optimize the system for various hydrodynamics and chemical processes. And ultimately, using potassium formate is going to be better for the environment.
And potassium formate is already being used in airports as a de-icer, but the airports utilize expensive fossil fuels. This machine could lower the cost and be better for the environment. Todd says the bigger electrolyzer should be ready by the end of the year, and by then we'll know if the U.S. Army approves it for use on bases nationwide.